Hello, welcome to Malt, the non-chill filtered whisky blog. I'm Andy and this is whisky review number 38. What I have for you today is a single malt whisky from the Highlands. Sorry, I'm a little bit excited about this one. I've already looked at the Old Pulteney 12 and what we're doing today is we're going to look at this little beauty, which is the Old Pulteney 17. Take it all in. Sorry. Now, as I say, I looked at the 12-year-old a few reviews back and I thought it was high time that I gave the 17-year-old a go. Unfortunately, I finished my 21-year-old about 6 weeks ago, so hopefully I'll get around to buying another bottle when I can scrape enough cash together. The Old Pulteney 17, Pulteney Distillery. I went into all the detail of the distillery itself on my 12-year-old review. Situated in a little fishing village, or fishing town, in the northernmost reaches of the Scottish mainland called Wick. Old Pulteney is, again, a popular brand. Not quite as popular as, say, your Glenfiddichs and Glenlivets of the world, but it's popular amongst the, the whisky aficionados of the world. And the 12-year-old, as I sort of touched on in that review, is quite accessible, so that's a good intro to the brand. And this one is a step up from that. So the 17-year-old is technically the next bottling up from the 12 in their official line, and that's without taking into account the travel retail exclusives and the limited editions and God knows what else. So it goes 12, 17, 21. And then it goes up from there, but I'm not even going to go there because I could never afford it in a million years. Now, the 17-year-old is bottled at 46%. It is non-chill filtered. I believe it is natural colour, but I can't confirm that. So let's put that to one side. But it is unchill filtered and non-chill filtered, however you want to say it. It says it right there on the back of the bottle. Well. Being a bit presumptuous there, hoping that the camera could actually cope with showing you that, but if it didn't, trust me. Right, now the bottle in itself, 17, was matured in a combination of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks, 90% ex-bourbon, 10% ex-Oloroso casks, I believe. So yeah, there's a little bit of a mix in there. Colour, oh come on, what can we call this one? Storm-ridden lighthouse. Nah. Yeah, suck it, that'll do. You know me, I don't give them serious ones. So, without further ado, I'm going to go on to the nose. Well, before I do actually, nice legs on it. Awkward eye contact. Really nice, strong, spicy vanilla, cream, really creamy, and then you've got saltiness to it as well, like an ozonal kind of note in there. And as I touched on in my 12-year-old review, since the company's warehouses are actually quite close to the sea, the distillery is next to, really close to the sea, to be fair. Sea air, salt settles. There's something almost floral in there as well. It's quite light floral. You've got that richness to it as well, like I said, with the creaminess. You've got that lovely vanilla. It's like vanilla, really strong vanilla custard, but not in an overpowering way. It doesn't overtake everything. Little tiny touch of stem ginger as well. And even a very, very, very small amount of wood smoke. yeah, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with that. I'm still getting that. Only a little bit. God, it's just one of those drams that you just want to keep smelling. Oh, such good nose on that. Sorry, getting carried away. A little bit of spice on there as well. A spicy kick. So onto the palate. Lovely, rich, coating mouthfeel. It's on every part of my mouth now, which is so oily and thick. Lots of cream, again, lots of vanilla, spice. You've got, it's so complex. You've got demerara sugar. You've got maybe even a little bit of cardamom in there. Orange oil. Again, you've got a brininess in there as well, but it's pleasant. It's really nice. It adds a completely new dimension to it, and it almost cuts through the creaminess, which is kept going by the sheer thickness of the whiskey. It's still coating my mouth. Buttered toast. So Warburton's toasty loaf. Some really good quality salted butter on there. God, I could eat that now. Victoria sponge cake. Going back to the nose now, the saltiness is even more prevalent. Again, there is something almost floral to it. Not really floral, what's the right word I'm looking for? Greeny. Can't describe it really. Young fruit, really young underripe fruit, but not in a bad way. Very engaging. Finish is long, finish is spicy, finish is warming, and you guessed it, finish is quite creamy as well. Right. I'm going to try with a little bit of water. I'm only going to put 1 spoon in. Just don't want to put too much in, go too far the other way. Okay, no, a spoon and 2 drops. The old adage, you know, you can have but you can't take away. Sounds like me and my math skills really. So, whilst that's opening up, 17-year-old you can find at all good whisky merchants. Online, again, your Master Malts, your Whisky Exchanges, your Green Welly stops, and it retails for around 55 quid, 55 to 60 quid roughly is an average guess, it's not likely you're going to find it in a supermarket. I have seen the 21-year-old pop up in Tesco recently, but I've not seen the 17 there. But their distribution network does differ slightly. You know, you actually get better whiskey in the Tesco's in Scotland, shock horror, than you do here in Northern England. I think probably the best bet would be either go to your local whisky merchant or spirits merchant if they do stock it, or look online. So I think in terms of price, if you look at the pricing structure, your 12-year-old is around 30 quid. On average, you can find it on sale for 20 odd. Then your 17-year-old goes up, you're looking at 55, 60, and your 21, I think now it's hitting about 90 quid for the most part, or just shy of 80, just shy of 90 quid, so 80 odd. So you definitely see quite a chunky amount as you go up, but proof is in the pudding, so they say. So let's see what it's like with a bit of water. Oh wow, okay, straight away, really crispy green apples. You've still got a lot of vanilla in there, you've still got A little bit of creaminess, but it's not as prevalent now. Salt's still there. Ooh, capers. Getting capers now. Yes, I know what they are. I do eat food apart from fish and chips sometimes. Going back to those apples, it's kind of like an apple crumble as well. It's a very tart apple crumble. Bacon apples. In a similar story to the Klein Leach that I reviewed last time, I don't think the water actually does the palate many favours. It fundamentally still has the same flavours as it does on the palate without water. However, they are toned down quite a lot, and it does make it a little bit thinner. I'm surprised actually how thin that has gone. Still your vanilla custard. You're still getting sort of tart apple from the nose. You're getting ginger. We're getting sort of like a malty biscuit now. I think your digestive biscuits. And to be honest with you, I'm not picking much else up, but that's because my palate and my nose might not quite be as honed as many people. Finish is shorter, but it is still quite warm and it is still quite spicy. So long story short, it's better without water. I've got to be honest, one of the reasons that I love this dram, it reminds me of going on holiday. Me and my wife to go to Cornwall quite a lot, and down there we generally go onto the Lizard Peninsula, which is the very southernmost tip of England, and there you have quite a lot of small fishing villages, which have only a couple of hundred people living there, and you get some of those notes from this. You get the saltiness in the air. You get that little bit of smoke from all the old fires that people still have in their homes. So they have coal fires and wood burning fires. And just walking down to the harbour at night, you get that sea air coming in. You've got the boats unloading the catch, so you get that sort of smell of like sea water soaked rope and netting, and you get that sort of coal smoke coming down from the houses in the village, and it just really does take me back there, and it gives me a positive sort of affiliation with it. And it is aptly called, what they so call themselves, the maritime malt, and I think that's bang on, to be honest. So I actually took this down with me to Cornwall last week, which is where we went on holiday, and it was just perfect. It was the absolutely perfect setting for it. And I did put it on Twitter, but sometimes I think matching your whiskey to your surroundings is equally as important as actually sort of like enjoying it. It aids enjoyment, and I think it's just equally as important as actually picking the right dram itself in in everyday life. When you match a whiskey with where you are, it just makes everything click into place. So with that aside, onto the score. I'm going to give this little whiskey 92 out of 100. I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's right up my street. I love bourbon cask maturation. I think the sherry casks in there as well give it a little bit of richness, a little bit of depth. I think it's bottled at the perfect strength at 46%. It's great that it's not chill filtered. I will look to confirm at some point if it's natural colour, but it'll probably take me a while because I'll be honest with you, I've got quite a lot on at the minute. And it's just an all round good egg. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon.